Hello friends, how much time do we give? How much time are we giving to ourselves? Or how many times are we making an excuse that we did not have time? We do not have time. How many times do we say this to ourselves whenever we think of doing something good, whenever we think of upgrading ourselves, whenever we think of doing some new training program, attending some new sessions, and going to some seminar or workshop? How many times have you said this to yourself that I do not have time? I do not have time. I'm damn busy. How many times have you said this to yourself? Well, let me tell you that you have all the time available on this earth to upgrade yourself, to update yourself, and I will prove you how you have got a lot of time, and you can for yourself know how much of time you have got for yourself. Okay, tell me one thing before I move forward. How much or how many hours in a day does the richest person on earth has? 24. Okay, tell me, how many days in a year does an athlete trains himself or lives? 365. Okay, tell me, how many hours does the most powerful person on this earth has in a week? 168. Okay, one more question. How many hours or how many days in a month does the poorest person on this earth has? 30 or 31? Now, the richest person on this earth, the best athlete in this world, the most powerful person on this earth, and the poorest person on this earth, and we, all of us have this one thing is in common. All of us have 24 hours in a day. All of us have 7 days in a week, 30 days in a year, in a month, and 365 days in a year. So how come they have time to do everything that they want to do, and you are struggling with your time? You are complaining to yourself about not being able to do something because you did not have time. Rather, I would say that you are only making an excuse that you do not have time. Okay, tell me one thing. What do you do when you are short on money? Whenever you are short on money, what do? You take out a paper, see how much money you have, find out what expenses you have, and see how much you are saving at the end of the day. That is what we do when we are short on money, or when we have to budget our money, or we have to calculate how we are making the expenses, where we are making the expenses, what are the expenses that we can save on, cut down because we are short on money, short on cash. So we do a lot of calculations. But have you ever done a calculation for your time because you are short of time? Have you ever thought, or have you ever tried to figure out how can you find out where you are wasting your time? Like you found out where you were wasting your money. Have you done a calculation where you can find out exactly where or what are the things that are a time waste to you? Or there are certain things that can be maybe outsourced, or an employee can be hired to do something. How many times have you done that? How many times have you listed that, okay, I have 24 hours in a day, I maybe sleep for 7 or 8 hours, I do something for another 2-3 hours, and I do this and that, and I end my 24 hours. Now I'll point out what are the time wasting activities, what are the most productive hours of my day, and so on. How many times have you done that for yourself? If you haven't, which I am very sure that you have never done that, and that is why you say to yourself that you do not have time, I will say, if you do that calculation, you will end up finding out that you are at least wasting 3 to 5 hours every day just watching TV or being on social media. You are wasting at least 5 hours, 3 to 5 hours a day. This is a written proof. This is a fact that most of us waste about 3 to 5 hours every single day watching television, watching news channels, watching all those worst things that we can watch, or be on social media doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing. So imagine out of 24 hours, if you are cutting down on 7 or 8 hours of sleep, where we are left with 15 or 16 hours, you are wasting 33% of the time watching or seeing something that is of no use to you, and at the end of the day you make an excuse to yourself that you do not have enough time to upgrade yourself, to upskill yourself, to get to know new things, to get to know new people, to go and reach out to somebody new, to make a new connection, to find out a new company. You do not have time to do anything, but you have 5 hours to spend on social media and watch videos and movies and all the things that you do. Stop making this excuse to yourself. Write a journal, have all the time slots mentioned, see what you are doing for yourself and see what you can stop doing and what you can replace. Somebody else can replace you doing it. You have to figure out what is the most productive activity that you are doing and how you can increase on the amount of productivity or increase the productive hours and decrease the non-productive or the less productive hours. You have to completely remove the non-productive hours. The less productive ones can be outsourced or can be moved on to an employee of your company or somebody, and you should only be focusing on the most productive hours. You know the 80-20 rule? 80% of your revenue is most of the times coming from 20% of the effort. So you need to figure out where is that 20% of effort and how you can increase that 20% of effort that you are putting into 40, 60, 70%, and see how your life changes, see how your revenue changes, see for yourself how your bank balance changes, and you stop making an excuse to yourself that you do not have time. If you have any questions on time management, how you can better manage your time, how you can better save your time, or I would say how you can make more time for yourself, feel free to ask me and I'll be helping you answer all of those. Until then, have a great and a wonderful day. Bye-bye.